friend Danielle Formaro, who's an author of the book Add This to Your Plate, Mastering the Essentials on Cooking, Nutrition, and Fitness. Good morning, Danielle, and happy holidays to you.
You too. It's so great to see you, Patrick. How's everything going today?
Everything is excellent, but my house is probably very similar to yours and everybody watching. We've still got tons of Thanksgiving leftovers, but you've got a great soup idea that's kind of a little bit different from your normal turkey soup.
I do, because you can definitely make turkey soup, right? Super easy, your brothy, typical soup. But I like to have things extra cozy and comforting, especially when it's getting so cold out. So I have a little spin-off of something that's usually a crowd favorite this time of year, which is chicken pot pie. But you know me, I like to lighten things up and I want to make them healthy. But instead of using chicken, we are going to use turkey. So what I'm going to make you today, Patrick, are you ready for it?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
All right, I'm going to make you a healthy turkey pot pie soup. And it's so easy to make, and you feel like you're eating the inside of the pie, but without the crust and the calories. And a lot of recipes online have a lot of butter and a lot of cream, and they're not that healthy. So I'm going to show you how to make it guilt-free, of course, because that's what I always do, but yet so delicious. So are you ready to get into this?
I am ready. I love a good hearty soup, and this one sounds fantastic. Show me how you do it.
Absolutely. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take onion, carrot, and celery. We're going to put it right into the pan. You can just hear it sizzling. Now, I've already pre-cooked this a little bit, okay? But basically, you just want to cook it until it's nice and translucent. And then once that happens, you'll add in some garlic. Of course, you can get the full recipe on your website, but I use about a nice thick clove of garlic, okay? Now, I cook my garlic for 1 minute, Patrick, because I don't like to overcook the garlic because then you lose the flavor of the garlic. So just about a minute. Now, once that happens, okay, your vegetable mixture is all done, then we start with the next step. Now, this is a two-step process, so pay attention, okay? I am going to, first, don't let me forget my salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, of course, and I add a little dried basil and a little parsley, so we don't want to forget our dried herbs, okay? Now we'll mix this together and we'll move on to the next phase. So I'm going to put in some chicken broth. I have about 3 cups here, Patrick. So I'm pouring that in. Okay, so here's your broth. Now, if you have the turkey neck from the turkey, you could boil your own broth and use that neck. It's really, really good. It's got some really great, things in there that help cure colds and prevent colds. So don't be afraid to boil bones.
Interesting. Okay.
Now I have, did you know that it's kind of the same thing of when you cook chicken bones? It's the same thing with the turkey neck. So don't throw that away. A lot of people throw it away.
Great for soup. You're right.
So next we have our potatoes. Okay. So I have about 2 cups of chopped potato. Now these are smaller cubes, Patrick, but I also had chopped some quartered big potatoes, and I'll explain to you why I'm doing that. So we're going to speed up the process today, okay? Now, I would let this cook for about 15 minutes until my potatoes are nice and soft. Once they're soft, I'll take out the big quartered potatoes that I put in there, and here's the secret to making it creamy. Are you ready for this? Might be noisy, though. Can you tolerate the noise for a second?
Go for it.
All right. We'll be crazy today. So I have inside of here a 1/2 cup of milk, some of the broth, and then those quarter potatoes. I had about 1.5 or so potatoes quarter. They were nice and soft from the soup cooking. Now they're in this blender. What I'm going to do next is blend this together, and it's going to be nice and smooth and silky. So it's going to be a little noisy. Block your ears. Okay, that's it. So once it's nice and smooth, Patrick, this is what we're going to add back into the soup. It's the potato. Now, here's a little secret. Let's just say you want to skip that part because you've got mashed potato already from Thanksgiving. You could put the mashed potato right in here as well, and you could skip that whole step I just did. How cool is that, Patrick?
That is a great idea. I love the fact that you're using some of the potatoes to make the cream. That's brilliant.
Yes, yes. And so it's brilliant because it's still healthy. You're not using cream. It's just whole milk, or you could use almond milk or any milk that you want, but this is what's giving it the creamy texture. So now you've got those other small potatoes in there that have been cooking, so that's going to add some starch to the soup too. Now, lastly, the last step is we're going to add in our turkey. I have a pound of shredded turkey. We're going to throw that right in. Oh my God, it smells so good. You have no idea. We're going to do corn and peas. I love corn and peas in here. Okay. And then that's it. So now we've got this beautiful, now I'm sure you guys have a beautiful picture, but you guys can see a close up of how amazing the soup is. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like right now when I pour it into this dish. So let me show you the final product of what this looks like.
Now, Danielle, while you're doing that, let me ask you, how long do you cook all that on the stovetop for?
Yeah, so right before, when I had put those potatoes in, it just takes about 15 minutes until those potatoes are soft. And then you add everything else. And once everything's all heated, you're done. It's so easy. This whole soup altogether takes about 20 minutes. Okay, and then here's that soup right here. You can see how beautiful it is. It's thick, it's hearty, it's healthy. Then you just chop it off with some fresh parsley on top. And when I tell you it tastes legit exactly like a chicken pot pie, but made with your leftover turkey. And of course, if you want to make this down the line and just use chicken, you can do that too. But it's one of my favorite soups, and it's just perfect. You can use your mashed potato, you can use your leftover peas and corn, you can use your turkey, because I had all of those things on my table. So literally, it's like a leftover turkey Thanksgiving soup, legit.
I love it. What a great recipe, Danielle. And as you mentioned earlier, the entire recipe and ingredients will be listed on our website, mymassappeal.com, a little bit later today. I want to thank you, Danielle, for joining me and sharing that delicious recipe with us. Happy holidays to you and your family.
And also to have a delicious week, everybody. Take care.